Hi Capricorn, welcome to Light Guided. Lisa here to do your monthly energy reading for October. I hope these messages find you well at this time. So as you know, these are very general readings. They may or may not resonate for everyone. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in learning more about Light Guided in general, you can check out more information in the description box below. And let's see, for those of you that are newer to the channel, I don't specifically do romance readings, career readings, that type of thing. These are meant to be overall energies that are most impactful to you in the current month. But sometimes love or romance or things like that do come out in the reading. All right. So let's go ahead and look at an overall energy here. What's crowning your energy in the month of October, Capricorn? And I do have brand new cards, and they're a little sticky still. So we'll see if we can encourage these to come out. All right, Spirit, what's crowning the overall energy for Capricorn? Thank you. In the month of October. This is a beautiful energy, Capricorn. This is the energy of solitude. And what my attention is immediately called to is this beautiful tree in the background. It has a lavender flowers on it. And you can see it's not quite in the sun, but it's like all of the blossoms are moving toward the light that's coming through these clouds. So for some of you Capricorns, it may be that you've been coming out of a challenging time, a time where you have felt very isolated. Maybe it's been a dark time for you, but you're now beginning to see not only that there is light ahead, but in fact that this time of solitude and darkness has really been an important part of your growth. And what I'm also getting here is an incredible amount of resilience. This beautiful flowered tree is growing on a rock in the middle of nothing, in the middle of nowhere. All it has is the ground and the air and the water from the sky. And it has managed to thrive and be very beautiful. So I feel like this is a wonderful crowning energy for you in the month of October. Moving into the light, really allowing yourself to start focusing on more the positive things that are happening in your life, which may be challenging for some of you. You know, these are interesting times that we're in, and a lot of people are experiencing struggle and challenges and a lot of pain in the world right now. But that's not new. The pain in the world is not new, but how you deal with that is going to start to shift moving forward. So if you've been in a kind of dark night of the soul, it looks like you're moving out of that energy here in October. Let's look at what's emerging for you at this time, or what are you emerging from? I guess we talked a little bit about that already. Yeah. So the energy of orphaned. So it may be for some of you that in fact you may have ended a situation recently, whether this is a work situation or a relationship situation, but you're leaving something behind, something that no longer works for you, and it's been hard. This was not something that was easy for you to let go of or easy for you to move away from or move out of your life. And in this particular energy, this again, I feel like it's very connected to this solitude energy where you're coming out of that darkness. So while we don't see it here yet, we do recognize that in this current energy that you're emerging from, it's been a pretty dark time. It's been pretty solitude, isolated, feeling very removed and disconnected from the things that are important to you. So yeah, if you have not recently ended a situation, For others of you, this is about feeling really separated from the things that are important to you. And up until recently, you haven't even been willing or able to look at the light ahead of you, to look at what's ahead. So let's look now at current energies. So we have two energies here. We have unfinished symphony and we have peace, and they both came out in the reverse. So again, supporting this overall energy here, it's as though you're coming into the light, but you're not quite there yet. And part of that is because you have unfinished business. There's something about whatever was left behind. For those of you that did have to walk away from a situation, whatever's been left behind, there is something unfinished there for you. And it may be that you're not feeling happy about the way you walked away or the way you left the situation. It's possible for some of you that this situation is reversed, where someone has left you behind, or a situation has left you behind. Perhaps the end of a job or the end of a relationship. In some cases, this will be the end of a cycle, but for most of you, I'm feeling this is the end of a situation, one way or the other, whether it was by your choice or something external happening. And there's still some unfinished business there. So as you're transitioning into the month of October, there's definitely an energy of something more hopeful, right? You're moving into that energy of something more hopeful, but you're not quite there yet. And you're really longing for this sense of peace and comfort. And it's good because this energy of peace is actually helping you to move toward the light, knowing that you want to move in this direction of peace, knowing that you want things to be settled, you want things to be left in a better condition than they are right now. So we'll look at how the rest of the energies unfold. I'm not getting a sense here at this time that there's anything you need to do. Again, that may be revealed in the energies coming forward, but definitely a sense that you would like things to be better moving forward. So fair enough. All right, let's look now. We have the current energies. Let's look at what's happening on the subconscious level. What's happening on the subconscious level for Capricorn in the month of October? Ooh, there's some powerful energy here I'm feeling. There's some major shifts and changes happening. So let's go ahead and just take a look at what energies have moved forward here. So yeah, the energy of forgiveness. So at the present time, this energy is, in order to move through from this current space into something brighter, there is a need for forgiveness, whether that's a forgiveness of a situation, forgiveness of a person, or forgiveness of yourself, or all of the above. At the subconscious level, you can't move forward until this has been healed, this unfinished business. I'm getting a few different messages here. Some are very specific. So let me start with the very general first. Around home, so this energy may be related to a situation on the home front, or it may be affecting your home life. For example, if there was a separation or a divorce, or what I was picking up before is there might be a third-party situation for some of you where your partner may have left for another situation. And this could be very much in the past. You may already know about this, and it could be in the past, but it's energy that's still affecting you at this current time. It's energy that needs to be healed. So there may be an impact to your home. It may also be for some of you that you're actually having to relocate because of whatever the situation was that ended, whether it was a relationship or a job. So you may be in a place where you're relocating. I'm also getting This is a more subtle message, and so this may only be for one or two of you, but what I'm hearing is at the soul level, part of this journey for you is about finding the home within, finding that place inside of you where you have peace no matter what's happening outside of you. We have the energy of passion, and we have the energy of strength. So the way this originally, the energy came across to me was again about a situation in the home experience that's been fractured or broken because of a third party situation. For others of you, this journey that you're on, you're looking for your passion. You're looking for what inspires you and strengthens you. Or the situation that you've been through is requiring a lot of strength from you. But as far as the passion energy goes, that really feels to me like something in this situation has sparked this passion inside of you. And this is happening at a subconscious level. So it may not even be in your current awareness at this time. But there's something happening that is getting ignited in you. And it's a cool energy. Let me just pull one or two clarifiers on passion. Get one or two clarifiers on passion, please. What is passion for Capricorn? Wow. So there's something here in this passion energy that is about the journey of the self. It's about reaching for something that maybe you thought unattainable in the past. You're a little bit afraid of failing, but the whole idea of this energy being sparked right now is motivating you forward. It's motivating you to reach for this passion, this energy, and to challenge yourself in this situation. And you really feel like this situation is going to bring you some happiness and some pride and some joy. And that it could even feel in some ways it could help free you up. Emotionally, financially, physically, that situation could help free you up a little bit. Let's take a look at what's happening at the conscious level. What's happening at the conscious level for Capricorn? Thank you. What's happening at the conscious level? Thank you. Interesting. We have the energy of family. So again, for those of you where this situation resonates, that there was something in your current family situation that has been affected. I'm also getting for some of you that this could be at the conscious level, you might be dealing with not your marital family, but your family of origin. So you may be dealing with parents, siblings, nieces, nephews, things like that, where there's something happening in the current energy that is bringing forward something that you have to deal with around your family. And it might be related to home. I'm getting a message for some of you. There is, for some of you, there was a loss of a family member and there may be an inheritance. I'm getting for some of you, this may be an old situation that's now being revisited. And for others of you, this is a conversation, but it hasn't yet happened. So it may be there's a situation around a family home that's connected either to somebody passing or at some point in the future that it needs to be dealt with, even though the person is still living. So there may be some considerations for you around that energy. At the conscious level, we also have the energy of clarity. I really feel this energy of striving, this energy of really consciously, intentionally trying to find clarity in your current situation, moving toward that light, moving out of this place of isolation, this place of growth, this kind of growth period that you've been in, and consciously seeking this clarity so that you can move forward. And the way it's being shown to me is I'm seeing it's like a staircase emerges. It just appears, and it's like taking one step, the next step, the next step. And so as you gain more clarity, you're able to move one step forward, one step forward, one step forward. So this sense of clarity is very important to you. There's a lot of energy around that. And we have the energy of healing at the conscious level. So for the most part, I get that you are aware that you're in a healing phase, that you're in a healing energy. I'm also getting for some of you that, for those of you that are not fully aware of this yet, or actively taking steps toward your healing, that this is a good opportunity, a good time to be working toward healing. And this looks different for everyone, right? Sometimes healing is around forgiveness. It's around letting past situations go. Sometimes it's around creating a spiritual connection, having a recognition of something greater than yourselves. I'm also getting for some of you, this is also around substance use. Like if you are somebody who may be drinking more than usual or using other substances more than usual, this is an important time to be looking at that pattern or that behavior, because it's going to limit your ability to have clarity moving forward. For some of you, this may also be that someone around you is struggling with drugs and alcohol. It may be related to this situation. For those of you that resonates for, where there's been a broken family situation in your home, that maybe drugs and alcohol or some other kind of addiction were involved. I'm getting the message that for some of you that this is an important time to be connecting with your tribe, connecting with people who can help you through this process. So, again, for those of you that this resonates with, there may be 12-step programs that you can get involved with. I know they're doing some of those online right now. This could be a spiritual community, and it could also just be around connecting with your good friends who really love and support you and can help you stay focused on moving in this direction of peace. We're going to look at the higher conscious level. So the higher conscious level is kind of that space where it's like where your soul is drawing you toward, that you might not be aware of at this time. And some of you may be. But sometimes that higher level consciousness is not always apparent to us in the moment. One more card, please, for Capricorn. Thank you. Beautiful energies. Beautiful energies. These are very powerful, very empowering energies. We have the energy here of boundaries. So at the higher level, at the higher consciousness level, all of this that you are dealing with right now is in part to help teach you the lesson of setting boundaries. And I'm also hearing for some of you, this is about recognizing the other people's boundaries also. Sometimes when we do not have strong boundaries ourselves, we don't recognize when we are overstepping other people's boundaries. And so some of this evolution for you, some of the work and the healing around this situation for you is learning to recognize, again, not only your boundaries, but others. And what I'm hearing is that that's going to happen through communication. So some of you may need to start asking about, well, did my behavior hurt you? Or how did my behavior affect you? And really starting to listen to other people. You may be somebody who has a very caring nature, a very nurturing, caring heart. And that nature and that heart motivates you to help others. But again, you're not always seeing clearly where other people's boundaries are, including your own. So this is actually, it's a very powerful message. It's a very empowering message as you begin to cultivate these boundaries for yourself and recognize the boundaries of others. You make a total shift in the way that you start interacting, and your life starts to look a little different because you feel more empowered, which happens to be the next energy out here. This is a very feminine power. This is an energy of a very divine feminine quality, whether you're embodied in a male body or in a female body. This energy is very feminine. And so empowerment, when the divine feminine is empowered, there's a sense of quiet strength, powerful intuition, powerful trust of self, powerful presence, but without ever actually having to assert oneself. There's no fire in this empowerment. This is the energy of receptivity, the energy of presence, that feminine strength of knowing who you are and being able to honor that and allowing that knowing to drive and to drive how you interact with other people, allowing that energy to drive how you interact with other people, rather than coming from a place of like, trying to help people that you think are broken, that you think need your help, but maybe they don't. And that kind of comes back to this addiction energy as well. I feel like that, there's a little bit of that codependence kind of quality here. And then finally, we have this beautiful energy, the energy of beauty. And I'm hearing in this energy for you, this is the energy of fully embracing all parts of yourself. Embracing wherever you are on the journey, wherever you are on the healing journey, understanding your boundaries, feeling empowered, not feeling empowered, wherever you are in all of that. This is a recognition of the absolute beauty and perfection that you already are right here and now. So whatever circumstances are happening, Spirit wants you to know that you are already perfect, whole, and complete in everything in this life. And for some of you, this is an expansion of that message around health. If you're dealing with health issues or diet, or looking at ways to improve how you're caring for your physical body, this is a message of support around that. This is also a message, again, around, hold on one second, I need just a minute to really listen into this message. Okay, so this message is not for everyone, but this may make sense to a few of you. This energy is the energy of expansion of your soul. It's the expansion of your spirit in a way that allows you to fully connect with not only who you are in the physical realm, but who you are in the spiritual realm, and allowing you to really be in alignment with that energy, all of it, to be in alignment with all of that energy. So I feel like there's some of you who may come across this reading at a later time. I'm actually feeling this is much later than when the video is posted, who are going to resonate with that message, because you're in a growth, in a spiritual growth path of very much aligning with your spirituality, and aligning and recognizing the energy of one source, like the creation of all that is. So that will resonate for a few of you, I feel, pretty strongly. All right, let's see here. Let's see what energies need to be healed. Let me see, give me a second to see which deck I'd like to use here. What energies need to be healed or released in the month of October for Capricorn? What needs to be healed or released in the month of October, please? Thank you. Wow. That's such a beautiful energy. This is the energy of fulfillment. So what needs to be released or healed in the month of October is any disappointment about feeling that your situations have not fulfilled you. Feeling that somehow things did not come to fruition the way that you expected or wanted. There's also an emotional component here, the healing around loss and grief. Give me just 1 second here. I'm getting a message. It's not coming through very clearly, but what my attention was being called to, at the very bottom of this card, there's a brown horse and a white horse off in the background. And they're kind of blurry. They're not really in focus, and they're just sort of sitting there grazing. They're not really doing anything. I don't know who that message is for. There's nothing more specific coming out right now. In general, again, I feel like this is a message of healing, the loss of not feeling fulfilled. And I'm hearing also, part of this journey is about changing the way you see what it means to be fulfilled. Sometimes we think, oh, if I have a certain job or I have a certain house or I make a certain amount of money, that will bring me fulfillment. And I feel like this energy is asking you to look at that more closely. There's a message here for someone around the peach is calling to me. There's someone who has a person who has passed who might call you a peach. I heard apple of my eye, but it may be that somebody called you their peach. So if that stands out to you, it may be that this message is for you, or there may be something here in this message for you. What more needs to be released or healed? We have the energy of diligence. That's interesting. The energy that I'm getting from this card, from this image, is so in diligence we have the idea of, sometimes people take this higher view, this big picture view, but in diligence we need to get down into the weeds and really start paying attention to detail. I'm getting the opposite in this energy. So actually where some of you may be in the energy of detail, in the energy of really being, overly particular or overly specific about the way things should be or need to be or have to be. This is asking you to release some of that in this month and to really be trying to step up into a larger perspective, to see the bigger picture, to see how things are connected, to see how things, where things are impacted. Like I talked about in the boundaries, it's like, where you have blind spots, how is that impacting your connections with other people and situations? And we have one more here. What more needs to be released or healed? Too many cards. Give me just a second. Oh, yeah, one card, please. or 10 or 20. Let's see. I just need one more card, please. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there's a lot of energy here for you. Is there one card, Spirit, that will allow us to know the fullness of your message for Capricorn, please? Thank you. All right. They've settled on 2 cards. Okay. 2 energies here. We have the energy of illumination and we have the energy of miracles. Wow. The energy around this is so strong. It's palpable. what I'm feeling here is that this is going back to this energy of beauty. So for some of you, moving out of this solitude, out of this isolation, moving more toward the light, moving toward a place of peace. For some of you, there's some fear around this, and it's the fear of bigness, the fear of more than I can handle. This is a very interesting message. It's like the floodgates are opening and you are becoming enlightened and illuminated, and things are becoming clear to you, and you're starting to recognize certain parts of life where all these miracles are happening. And there's something about that combination of awareness and openness that is actually a little overwhelming to you. It's almost triggering. It's like you want to kind of run away from it. So I feel like this message is saying, no, don't run away. This is not the time to run away. Okay. Let's look at what needs to be started. What needs to be started in the month of October? Healing chaos. That's interesting. That was one of the cards that flew out on the other in the other positions around what's needed to be healed. Oh, I'm hearing that it actually does belong here. Spirit wants you to have that. So any chaos in your life, anything that is keeping you from being able to fully tap into this energy of miracles and the recognition that you're becoming more enlightened, and that through that enlightenment, you are gaining much greater clarity in your life about situations. Heal any chaos that's left over from any of these situations. And that may require some forgiveness. It may require setting boundaries, dealing with unfinished business. Oh, and I just realized I skipped a section here. So what needs to be sustained in the month of October? We'll just pull one card, please. Thank you. Yeah. What needs to be sustained in the month of October for you is keeping your focus and your awareness on the energy of abundance, right? So allowing yourself, when things start to get difficult, allowing yourself to focus on what is working, focus on what you do have, focus on where you want to go, on the positive things that are happening. Now let's look at what needs to be started in October. Just one card, please. Thank you. OMG, how interesting. So the Solitude card came out. That was the crowning energy for the reading. Now this did come out in reverse. So I'm going to say that what needs to be started is moving out of that solitude energy. That now is the time. If you're still dragging your feet, if you're still kind of have more of yourself in the energy of solitude than you do in the energy of peace, it's time to just take that next step forward. Take that next step forward. And let's check out the outcome here. Overall outcome. And I'm being asked to pull from a different deck. Just one moment, please. Overall outcome. I'm still being asked to pull from a different deck. Here we go. Thank you, Spirit. Overall outcome, please. Overall outcome for Capricorn in the month of October. Thank you. Wow. That is awesome. The energy of co-create. Oh man, Capricorn. So this is Spirit saying to you, hey, I'm right here with you, and we can co-create together. We can, life can be anything that you want it to be. And I definitely hear for some of you that you're not in that energy yet, which is why we had these reminders. Focus on abundance, move away from this energy of solitude, find ways to inspire yourself and to connect with Spirit. And Spirit's right here ready to help you co-create the next phase of your life and what you want that to be. All right. So let's see here. I want to pull some advice cards for you. Okay. I'm going to pull some advice cards here for you. Advice cards for Capricorn, please. Thank you. Oh, wow, we got a couple. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? That's a fantastic bit of advice, moving away from that energy of solitude and in the energy of abundance. And this is playing is a beautiful way to move into that energy. In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? Yeah. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? So I was talking about that energy earlier about, connecting with your tribe, connecting with people. So here's another reminder about that. The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? All right, Capricorn, I'm going to pull one more card for you. It's the Heart and Soul card. Heart and Soul card for Capricorn. Thank you. Oh, wow. Just the image alone on that card really sums up like how this month is going. Right? Let's see what it has to say. You are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from this situation, a simple solution also becomes clear. And I was talking about that here in this energy of diligence, raising yourself above the situation, seeing things from a higher perspective. All right, Capricorn, many blessings to you. I wish you much love and healing and blessings on your journey. Until we meet again, take good care. Be well.